If you've ever felt that leading change feels confusing, messier, and harder than what it felt like when you were initially planning it or looking at it, even after you've taken a change management course, you're not alone. In this video, I'm going to share with you some actions that you can take that will help you see through that disorder, lower down the messiness, use a readiness mindset, and achieve your desired outcome. Keep watching. If you're new here, my name is Dr. Dawn Marie Turner, and I am a change leadership coach, trainer, creator of the Readiness mindset, and president of Turner Change Management. I help leaders use practical, science-based actions, strategies to make their organization healthier, stronger, excited about change so that they can grow and prosper. And if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. I put out awesome change management videos each week that are going to help you thrive in an environment of constant change and take your organization to another level. One of my favorite activities is teaching our change management courses, our Certificate of Change Management course, our Tensible Rules, all of the courses that we offer. I love engaging with the participants, hearing their stories, sharing insights, and showing them how to connect and create a structure that makes change less stressful and less uncomfortable for the people that are engaging them. But inevitably in the course, someone will ask, this seems so easy. And that's when I need to remind them, whether it's in the classroom or in the boardroom, when we are planning for change, when we are looking through the phases and what's required, it can look orderly and systematic. But in the real world, organizational change in general, even well-planned change, can feel chaotic and messy. And all change is uncomfortable for the people doing the heavy lifting and for the leaders who are initiating, guiding, and supporting the people moving through that change. So the ability to see through the disorder, help people feel stable and capable as they navigate the process is critical if your organization is going to grow and prosper through change. So what I want to do today is share with you two things that will help you navigate that through that disorder and achieve your desired outcome. Where I grew up, fog was a regular occurrence. I grew up on the east coast of Canada. You just accept driving in fog as part of the East Coast experience. I remember many early mornings and nights driving home or to work, and you could barely see a couple of feet in front of your car. In the darkness and in the midst of the fog, our natural inclination is to turn on your high beams as if more and brighter light, more intensity might help. But one of the things you learn as you learn to drive in that kind of environment is that the high beams actually make things worse. It's not about putting more light and putting on more pressure. So I learned to use my regular lights, focus ahead, and allow the illumination of the road to guide me to my destination. I also learned to slow down, but to ensure that I adjusted my speed to the flow of the traffic and the road conditions. This was important because you go too slow and you risk getting hit from behind, but you go too fast and you risk not seeing and making that next bend in the road. And that's what we need to do when it comes to organizational change. We first need to recognize that the discomfort, the disorder, the complaints, and the concerns are a normal part of the change process. They're going to happen. But that doesn't mean people are resistant to change. It is an indication of what the conditions are and where people are at in their level of readiness. And that's why it's really important that you pay attention to this information, that it's telling you something about their experience, your experience, and their level of readiness. Several years ago, I did an interview with the Dutch police. They were going through a very large cultural transformation. I had the opportunity to talk with one of the top sponsors. And at one point, she shared that their discomfort in the organization was so high that some leaders wondered, should we stop? But she recognized that discomfort demonstrated the complexity of what they were trying to do and where they were in the journey. So that stopping in the middle would be a mistake, and it would make things worse instead of better. The second action that you want to think about and take, just like driving in the fog, is that you may need to slow down, adjust your speed, take an alternative route. You may need different activities to align with the level of readiness of the people involved. It's important and that instead of just trying to push through at all costs, that you take a moment to listen, assess what's going on, where is the discomfort coming from, understand the source, and then adjust your plan accordingly to support what's needed to match the conditions. Change can only proceed at the speed of readiness. You want to stay focused on that level of readiness. It's like paying attention to the road conditions. One last thing. You can't navigate through the disorder of change if you haven't set a clear destination. That's your intended outcome story. So before embarking on any change, ensure you and your team and everybody involved know the destination, know what it'll look like, what it's supposed to feel like when it's been achieved. Have a clear sense of what that is and use that outcome story as your beacon, as your guide to keep you on the road and reaffirm where you're going and why you need to be there. One client moving through a considerable transformation, and when they were experiencing the similar discomfort, used that outcome story and the maps that were around the office to reaffirm where they were going, why they were doing it. So that when people felt discouraged, wondered if they were really making progress, whether it was worth it, the first thing the leaders did was acknowledge their discomfort, recognize that that's a normal place. And then they revisited the intended outcome story and helped people see the progress they were making, adjusted their plan, and moved through so that the people could get reconnected with what they were doing and remotivated. And that was a way to see through the disorder and allow that outcome to be so visible for them. It is possible when you use a readiness mindset, when you listen to the feedback and the experience that people are having as they move through a change, when you clearly articulate and keep that outcome, intended outcome, that story in your conversations to help people navigate through the messiness, the disorder, and create a new environment and stable, healthy change. If you are struggling with change in your organization, or if you'd like to develop new skills and discover how to use the readiness mindset, please have a look at the description box below. In there, you'll find lots of free and paid resources that will help you navigate and grow a healthier, stronger organization because of change. One of them is my 10 simple rules for getting employees ready for change program. Another, our change leadership coaching program, where you work with me on confidential, private coaching one-on-one to help you gain the insights and skills you need to navigate your organization through change. One last thing, if you like this video and found it helpful, please click the like button. All right, that's it for now. I look forward to talking with you soon.